Welcome to Echoes of Enlightenment, where we talk about spirituality, life lessons, and overall self-development. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the difference between what's allowed and what's right. Last night I had this thought when I was driving home, and I thought it'd be a good topic for us to discuss today. And it's about just because we have the green light to do certain things in the 3D, in the regular world, doesn't mean that it's morally okay to do. And what I mean is, like, say the law gives us permission to do certain things, doesn't mean that we should actually do those certain things. Because you got to remember that a lot of the rules that are made up for us, things that we're allowed to do and that we're not allowed to do, are somebody else's rules that they've made up for the mass, for everyone. And then who says that they're morally right? Or that those rules have the best interest for us as individuals. Because you got to think about it. It's like if someone says, like, somebody who has some pull, somebody that's running some stuff, and they're like, hey, go do this thing over here. You can do this thing over here. You can, make some money. We'll turn a blind eye and no one to know that you're doing it, but you can get some extra money if you do this. But when you do that thing, it hurts someone else. Someone else has to pay for that choice that you get to make, that people will turn a blind eye to because someone says it's okay to do. Do you do that move just because you can? Or do you choose for yourself, like, well, how am I going to sleep at night knowing that this person has to pay for what I'm doing to get ahead because I know a couple of people that's willing to turn a blind eye to what I'm about to do? So you see about like our morals, our morals can come in and you might not be able to sleep for a while because your conscience will torment you. Because you knew what was right and what was wrong, even though societal, you got the green light to do this and there was no consequence on the 3D. There was no consequence for that action. And you're also getting paid for it, it's like weighing the options. But one thing I do know, though, is that just because we get away with things on the 3D that aren't right, you can turn a blind eye to it. You won't get in trouble, even that you're breaking the law, but you get a chance to get away with it. Just because you get away with it on the 3D, that means just the physical world that we live in. You still have to pay. You still will receive karma for that action. Because there's bigger laws than the ones that the universe's laws, or the law of the universe, outweighs man's law. You still have to pay for that thing you got away with that was morally wrong. You can't escape karma. So it's always best to choose wisely when we're making our decisions, and kind of choose what's the best for everyone, because karma is always at play. You might get a temporary victory when you get an extra whatever it is. But if somebody else has to pay the price, then that's where your karma will come in. You might be happy for a minute, but when that karma comes to collect, then chances are whatever you got up front wasn't worth it. Like, I use this for example. I'm just trying to make it a little more clear. We use like a divorce. We use a divorce. So when it's, say, a couple breaks up and it's time to get a divorce and for the two people to go their separate ways. And it could be whatever reason why they're breaking up. We don't know. And you get a lawyer and the lawyer goes, here in this law book, we could really destroy this person. We can really destroy them. We can go up to this level. We can just really, really let this person have it. We can just ruin everything and take everything. And then, we can both make out like bandits and that'll be that. But then the person that's going through the divorce realizes that the person they're divorcing doesn't deserve for their life to be destroyed. And that's the moral part, because it's like, we're breaking up for this reason or that reason. But I don't think just because this law book says I could really destroy this person and I can get away with it, doesn't mean you take full advantage of getting the green light to destroy somebody just because you can. Because what we got to think about is the consequences. Yeah, you say you do use the full effect of, take full advantage of what you could get a lawyer to do for you to destroy your other half. Think about the collateral damage also. So you might win that court battle and destroy the person, but you also got to realize that if you've went above and beyond what that person deserved, you win the court battle, but you still have to pay the karma. The fair thing to do is just to go by the book and split everything up, and then just let the karma get the person for what they've done to cause the divorce. It's really not our responsibility to lay down judgment on another person, like adding extra. We do have laws and stuff and penalties. And that's fair. You pay for the fair punishment. But just because you can go above and beyond to really like destroy somebody because it says it's okay to do, and here's a loophole and here's that, and we can do this, doesn't necessarily mean that that's the right thing to do. Because you got to think about it. Say somebody destroys somebody in a divorce, just really wrecks their life to where, just things are just like how it happens sometimes on both ends. It's not just one person, one gender or another. It's just on both. If somebody wrecks the other person's life, what's the chances of you thinking the universe is going to reward a person with another great relationship after after you just destroyed somebody else? Do you think you would be blessed with a reward of another loving relationship? And what I'm saying is, over time, yeah, you know, everybody, you don't have karma for the rest of your life. I mean, long as you don't keep building it. But you don't really get rewarded with another loving relationship if you just totally destroyed another person because you could, because you're able to. Now, if you not even spared, but if you just went about things, okay, well, this person did this to me and I want a divorce, so I'm gonna file the papers and I want to do what's fair because there's still kids involved. There's still another person's life that I did spend, time, years with. There's still they have family, people that it's more to it than just like, we destroy, let's destroy. Now, if you just go about things the fair way and everything is just kind of split however it's supposed to be split, but you didn't add any gasoline to the fire, chances are you would be gifted with just another person who is going to treat you well and not like the person who you had the divorce. you would probably find somebody pretty soon or whenever you were ready, and find another loving relationship, and they'll probably love you more, maybe more than the other person, just because you got out of that situation, you realized what was going on, and you left. You didn't destroy, everything on the way out. You just left and did everything you're supposed to, you were supposed to do with it, kind of within the law. And also to where you felt okay when it was time to go to sleep. There was no guilt, oh dang, maybe I didn't have to go this far. Where there's no guilt involved. Because that's how you also know when your karma is coming in. When you know you did something wrong, when you're about to go to sleep and you're like, and this is with anything, any situation. When you question it dang, I shouldn't have done that. That's when you're going to get a little karma. I mean, there's different degrees, but that's how we know right from wrong. That's how we know when we're doing the right thing. Now, if we all can act out of following our intuition and our conscience, are trying to make our conscience happy, that's when we know we've done the right thing. Even if we're allowed to have the green light to do the wrong thing that we could get away with. But if we know that our conscience is settled and we're at peace, go with that. Even if you are going to lose a few dollars, you're not gaining any karma. And by you making that fair decision, you get to sleep well, and you've also created dharma for making that right choice. But I'm going to end this right here. Until next time.